Oh, my name's Jason Trainer, and this another gentleman running for the city council job. And tell the audience your plans, and if you get elected, your vision for the city. What would you like to do, sir?
Pleasure. My name is Patrick Hickey. I am running for city council on the 2-year spot. I've got a vision, and my promise is to make Watertown a safer, more affordable city to be in. It's one where we want our children to be able to stay here because of opportunities, job opportunities, good benefit opportunities, and also have our grandchildren be able to remain here, enjoy the family,
Okay.
because that's certainly lacking nowadays in the society between parents and their siblings and grandparents. I think we've lost that connection. And my plan is for everyone to be able to coexist together, to have a richness of our heritage here in Watertown, and hopefully we'll be able to. I have a vision, I have a plan, and my plan is to listen to the public. They come first, we work for them, and together we can make this happen.
What are some of your key goals to bring in the?
Let me start with my vision.
Okay, what's your vision?
No increases in taxes.
Okay.
That's number one. 2 pools to remain open.
Okay.
We need to support new recreational activities to bring people into Watertown.
Mm-hmm.
We need to develop additional financial resources, whether that's the river with hydro, whether we're going to go geothermal to reduce our green or our footprint that is a non-green footprint. And obviously also to identify and reduce expenses. Watertown has a lot of people that are middle management that aren't doing the bottom groundwork that most companies have. You have a top manager,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have employees under that doing the work. I don't see a lot of that. I see the top manager taking all the glory,
Right.
and everyone else not doing it. And we need to design and prioritize a complete infrastructure redo or rebuild right from the ground up, plumbing into the houses, water lines, fuel lines, gas lines. Everything needs to be done. We need to redo our roads, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and make things safer. We need to make it a walkable city. We should have a walking shopping experience. We should not have to take a bus or a car to get to any location. So transportation is big, not only in the city but interconnected to St. Lawrence County, to Lewis County. We all should have a regional bus service, and it not just run 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
The inner city bus system fails in a lot of areas, not only for the fact of how much it costs to ride, but it also has a problem with not getting everywhere where people need to go. And length of times of service. They close down the bus service before the movies get out.
Yes.
And that's part of the entertainment that we as council should be looking at to service all of the residents of Watertown.
So you are in favor to expand the bus routes around 9:30 p.m. at night?
Certainly.
Okay.
I've been at the mall when movies have gotten out closer to midnight.
Gotcha.
We should be able, if we're getting to the mall via a bus, we should be able to get home via a bus.
Sure.
So I don't know what those hours are going to be. That's obviously going to be a federal requirement because you're going to go after federal money to get those done.
Right.
But why are we also driving around in a diesel bus? Diesel is one of the worst health issues that people can get with the fumes.
Right.
And we're contaminating the city residents. We should be looking at electrical. We should be looking at a system that we used to have in Watertown.
A trolley
A
back.
trolley car. What's the big deal? We've got electrical lines that run all around the city as it is. We should have something, or a mini mass transit system that runs from point A to point B.
So definitely you're in favor of green technology, all electric bus, and more down to earth green technologies.
I think the city has lost its vision because we've always had free electricity.
Mm-hmm.
We've had more than 28 years. Watertown was built on industry, and it was built on the river because they got free power and free water. Well, Watertown has lost that vision. We have always gotten for city property, municipal property, free electricity. We've never had to think about having to spend money for electricity. Well, come 2029, we're going to have to figure out a way to get around that.
Right.
And we should be making sure all our buildings are compliant and not only safe, but also we need to make sure that we can get that power as cheaply as we can, and the buildings need to be as environmentally friendly as they can. So green electricity, I'd love to go total, you've got hydro, you've got wind, you've got solar, you've got geothermal, you've got plenty of different things that we can attack, but we have to have the vision in order to do that.
So you believe definitely in your heart that the city lost its vision of development and green technology and generate its own power for a long time.
No question. I mean, had we not made the mistake 28 years ago and not accepted that contract with Niagara Mohawk for power, yes, Watertown has made millions of dollars. Right now we're making in the vicinity of $4 million a year. At the end of the contract in 2029, we'll be making closer to $7 million a year, something like 36 cents a kilowatt hour. It takes 0.7 of 1 cent to make 1 kilowatt hour using faith, hope, and charity.
Wow. Okay.
Not even a penny. We could have, back 28 years ago, said no to Niagara Mohawk and went Municipal Power, let them deliver it to your house. Just let us generate it and charge for it. We could have charged 3 cents a kilowatt hour and still made $5 million a year based on the population and the houses of Watertown. There's absolutely no reason why we couldn't have done it. I think the city fathers at that time made a big mistake. I think knowing what I know and seeing a electrical bill from a city in New York State that has municipal power, their monthly electrical bill in the middle of February was $35. I pay $130 a month on average for electrical, including delivery, and that $35 included delivery.
Wow.
And we have been paying Niagara Mohawk, National Grid now, untold. I've heard an estimate of $500 million. The city of Watertown, over 28 years, residents have paid into National Grid, and what have we got for it? Yes, they keep the lines running. Yes, they, furnish us power. But that's the problem.
the city, the taxpayers haven't got anything
City
back.
taxpayer has been paying for what they're paying the city in droves over. We have not gotten $500 million from Niagara Mohawk
Right.
and National Grid. We have not come anywhere near that. Yet we're sitting going, wow, we've got this great contract that we're getting $5 million a year for.
Right.
Well, how many years would you have to have that contract to come up with $500 million? It just, the math doesn't work.
Okay.
I think the city made a mistake. I think the city and every group that has followed in that original contract, I think they've all lost sight of what they're doing. They feel like they're doing great things, and the problem that will exist in 2030, there's no question, we have a problem. We have to come up with at least $5 million a year from somewhere in order to cover the loss of money that we're going to have when the NIMO National Grid contract ends. That money will disappear. They will not buy that power from us. They don't want that. All National Grid wants is to do delivery. They want to take care of and get paid for that electricity going through the lines to get delivered to your house so they can collect their money. They want nothing to do with generating power. Absolutely nothing. So we would have to find someone to sell the power to. But what are we going to sell it to? At the end of the contract, National Grid's paying us 36 cents per kilowatt hour. The most they can sell it and be competitive is 3 cents. So what are they going to pay us? 1? Well, it's going to take 0.7 to make 1 kilowatt hour, 0.7 of 1 cent. Where's the profit for the city of Watertown? There isn't, unless you go municipal power and let the public pay it back on a monthly basis. 11,000 households in the city of Watertown. You know, that's the only way you're going to make the money back. You got industry that uses electricity and everything else. We can set our rates, but we're not going to get it from National Grid. It's got to come from something else.
Do you believe that the city had misplaced or represented the finances, like what you're talking about with the contract? They have misrepresented the trueality of, what you're saying